Hello, friends. Love is submissive not only to all ages, as a famous writer said, but also to all living beings, not only humans. The proof of this can be found in today's story. Watch it until the end. There were real tender feelings between Sophie and Scotty. It started when Scotty first saw the modest beauty, Sophie. His heart now belonged to her. He followed her everywhere, but he was afraid to approach her so as not to frighten the cute creature. Sophie's childhood story was not the happiest. Residents of Boston rescued the tiny kitten in 2014 and put it in a shelter for stray animals. After a few months, she was taken by a new owner, kind and caring. So Sophie had a loving owner and a new home. The kitty was usually walked around on a leash. She loved walking on the grass and looked at everything around. During one of her walks, something incredible happened. Without knowing it, Sophie captured the heart of a good-looking cat. The owner still remembers how it happened. At first, Scotty watched us from a distance, looking out of the thicket of grass. Sophie's owner smiles. He quietly admired his beloved, and it seems he did not even breathe. Then the cat gradually moved closer to us. Now, day after day, the loving gentleman waited in his place until his lady was taken out into the street, and he watched her with admiration, not taking his loving eyes off of her. But Sophie did not notice the signs of attention. She would just run on the grass and looked at everything else around her. The male cat, mustering his courage, decided to betray himself. On one of the walks, he came closer and even closer. Scotty dreamed that his beloved would show at least some curiosity towards him, but it was all for nothing. The lady cat did not even seem to notice him. She was not bothered by the sudden walking companion, but she did not show any interest in him at all. Sophie continued walking for her own pleasure. The stranger cat neither irritated nor pleased her with his presence. So a little more time passed. Only a couple of days later, Sophie's fan dared to decide to meet his beloved again. The lady accepted him favorably, and now the red-haired handsome man has become her companion on all of her walks. As soon as Sophie leaves the threshold, he is immediately there and would walk beside her the whole time. Very soon, the cats started communicating so sweetly as if they had known each other for ages. It seemed that Sophie believed in the serious intentions of her suitor, and this touched the beauty's unapproachable heart. Now the couple have their own ritual. In the morning, Sophie's owner lets her out of the house. As soon as she goes out the door, she immediately sees her faithful red-haired admirer. They greet each other and sit on the porch with contented faces. And when Sophie goes for a walk, then her devoted gentleman accompanies her every step of the way. The cats have so much fun together. They frolic, run on the grass, and hunt butterflies. Faithful Scotty follows Sophie's every move. And when it is time for her to go home, the cat sits down nearby and looks at his beloved with devoted eyes, just as he did in the first days of their acquaintance, which was 2 years ago. During this time, Scotty proved to the girl the seriousness of his intentions, and the pets declared themselves a couple. At night, the lovers are on duty at the fence and then cutely walk around the territory. If you ever see a gorgeous black and white beauty in a pink ribbon, know this is Sophie. So somewhere very close behind her, the faithful Scotty is coming along. The owner is touched by this tender relationship of the pets. As soon as Sophie and I go out onto the porch, we immediately see a red face. It is Scotty, who is habitually waiting for her nearby. This couple seem to be made for each other. Sophie is charming, and there is no one around better and more handsome than Scotty. The red-haired gentleman only dreams of being next to his lady more often, and at least occasionally kiss her gently. If you liked this tender love story, please share it on social media. Have your pets ever fallen in love? Write your answers in the comments. Until next time.